Bunny Rabbit lives. And I don't know why I'm trying to be quiet right now. Right now, I'm really just trying to figure things out with this. I don't know how long I'll be able to stream just because my battery was pretty low ahead of time. So, yeah. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and go sit and adjust the camera for y'all. We're going to be looking cute and adorable. And yeah, like I said, I don't know how long I'll be able to stream, but I will try my best to make whatever I can happen. And not only that, but yeah, just wish me luck and hopefully everything will go well. Okay? I'm trying to open up the chat to, see what y'all are saying, but we'll see. Hello, Nunu. Hi. How have you been? Definitely, like I can chat with y'all a little bit first. It's been a while. Yeah, I'm gonna be reading a book for y'all, just because I feel like the book is really good. Okay. Yeah, actually, I'm using my phone data. This is on my phone. Yeah, I'm streaming this on my phone. So that's how you can see me moving here and like talking and stuff like that in a little room. Um, yes, my Wi-Fi is okay, and everything is fine. Like as long as I can stream on my phone, which is this is why I'm reading to y'all today and in the next few days until this book is finished. I might be able to read more chapters on my free days if I'm able to stream then. Isn't it around morning or noon at your place right now? Actually, yeah, it's 9:31 a.m. over here right now. And yes, it's more stable, but it's also like very wonky as well at times. So hopefully everything will go well. Also, my battery is not full on either of my phones to read chat or not to, stuff like that. So, yeah, I'll try my best to keep up with the time and everything for y'all because yeah, you know what I mean? The struggle is real. But yeah, also, like, I love puppies, guys. Just saying. I really want a blue healer. I don't know. Yep. I really want a blue healer. I'm gonna make some waffles today so that I can eat. Have y'all eaten? Oh, wow. Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing? Are y'all doing good? Yeah, I'm gonna be reading for y'all today. And so yeah, I'm gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The 9 black wagons of the midnight carnival seemed smaller by daylight and not menacing at all, but flimsy and fragile as dead leaves. Their draperies were gone, and they were now adorned with sand-black banners cut from blankets and stubby black ribbons that twitched in the breeze. They were arranged strangely in a scrubby field, a pentacle of cages enclosing a triangle, and Mommy Fortuna's wagon lumping in the center. This cage alone retained its black veil, concealing whatever it contained. Mommy Fortuna was nowhere to be seen. You said yes? So how? Wait, hold on. I'll continue the book in a little bit. I do want to chat with y'all. It has been a while. Yes, so how are you doing? Everything good with works and your gaming life? Yeah, everything is good. I haven't really played too many multiplayer games as of recent. Just because, like I said, the Wi-Fi. Bunny looks like a sweet teacher who reads a story for the children. Oh my goodness. Please, no. That reminds me of something that happened yesterday, right? Yesterday at work, there was this family and there was a child, right? And the child was like, "Wah, wah, wah," and I was just like, "Hi, hello, hey, it's me." And then I felt better somehow, like, it stopped crying. I was just like trying to like be able to like communicate with the parents, right? So I was trying to do my best to like distract the child as well. yes. Yes, sometimes yes. You definitely. I'd like it's fine honestly, but it's just like when there's a lot of crying and stuff, I do truly cry. Or, like I'm not able to like think about what to say and it does frustrate me. But yes, guys, I will be starting. Do you mind if I start reading now? Y'all can chat amongst each other if y'all would like. Um, and then we can chat about the book or about life some more after I finish reading the second chapter, right? Because we're gonna be going chapter by chapter. But once I am able to have a day off, I will read two at a time. The children like power up by too many sugar and they won't stop until they're tired. Yeah, definitely. Like I don't think it's like sugar. Some of them are just like really energetic, but it's not a bad thing, you know? It's good to have children that are like happy and energetic because that's the way that children are supposed to be. It's just not not for me. Okay, Teacher Bunny, keep along with your reading, please. Thank you. You are welcome. Okay, where was I? Good to know Bunny loves children. Oh, don't stretch too far now, okay? I do like children, yes. I don't hate them, but I do not love children. I try my best to work with them. The man named Rook was leading a straggling crowd of country folk slowly from one cage to the next, commenting somberly on the beasts within. This here is the manticore. Man's head, lion's body, tail of a scorpion. Captured at midnight, eating werewolves to sweeten its breath. Creatures of night, brought to light. Here's a dragon, breathes fire now and then, usually at people who poke it, little boy. Its inside it's, its inside is an inferno, but its skin is so cold it burns. The dragon speaks 17 languages badly and is subject to gout. The satyr, ladies keep back, a real troublemaker. Captured under curious circumstances revealed to gentlemen only, for a token fee after the show. Creatures of the night. Standing by the unicorn's cage, which was one of the inner three, the tall magician watched the procession proceeding around the pentacle. I shouldn't be here, he said to the unicorn. Oops, I said that in the wrong voice. I shouldn't be here, he said to the unicorn. The old one warned me to stay away from you. He chuckled pleasantly. She has mocked me from the day I joined her, but I have made her nervous all the time. The unicorn hardly heard him. She turned and turned in her prison, her body shrinking from the touch of the iron bars all around her. No creature of man's night loves cold iron, and while the unicorn could endure its presence, the murderous smell of it seemed to turn her bones to sand and her blood to rain. The bars of her cage must have had some sort of spell on them, for they never stopped whispering evilly to one another in clawed, pattering voices. The heavy lock jiggled and whined like a mad monkey. Tell me what you see, said the magician, as Mummy Fortuna had said it to him. Look at your fellow legends and tell me what you see. Rook's iron voice came clanging through the one afternoon. Gatekeeper of the wonder world. 3 heads and a healthy coat of vipers, as you can see. Last seen above ground in the time of Hercules, who dragged him up under one arm. But we lured him to light again with promises of a better life. Servius, look at those 6 cheated red eyes. You may look into them again one day. This way to the Midgard serpent. This way. The unicorn stared through the bars at the animal in the cage. Her eyes were wide with disbelief. "It's only a dog," she whispered. "It's a hungry, unhappy dog, with only one head and hardly any coat at all. The poor thing! How could they ever take it for Servius? Are they all blind?" "Look again," said the magician. And satyr, the unicorn continued. And the unicorn continued. "The satyr is an ape, an old ape, with a twisted foot. The dragon is a crocodile, much more likely to breathe fish than fire. And the great manticore is a lion, a perfectly good lion, but no more monstrous than the others. I don't understand." "It's got the whole world in its coils," Rook was droning. And once more the magician said, "Look again." Then, as though her eyes were getting used to darkness, the unicorn began to perceive a second figure in each cage. They loomed hugely over the captives of the midnight carnival, and yet they were joined to them. Stormy dreams sprung from a grain of truth. So there was Manticore, famine-eyed, slobber-mouthed, roaring, curving his deadly tail over his back until the poison spine lolled and nodded just above its ear. And there was a lion too, tiny and absurd by comparison. Yet they were the same creature. The unicorn stamped in wonder. It was so in all the other cages. The shadow dragon opened his mouth and hissed harmless fire to make the gapers gasp and cringe, while Hell's snake, furred watchdog, howled triple dooms and devastations down on his betrayers. And the satyr limped, leering, to the bars and beckoned young girls to impossible delights, right there in public. As for the crocodile, the ape, and the sad dog, they faded steadily before the marvelous phantoms until they were only shadows themselves. Even to the unicorn's undecided eyes. Oh, sorry guys, the chat closed. Let me see what's going on. Hold on. I think there's an issue with the app. I will try to update it. Okay, guys? Sorry for the interruption. See, I knew this was gonna happen. Hold on, I'm trying to get this all, like, figured out. Update. I knew it. YouTube needed to update. Hold on, guys. I will be with chat this second. Or try to be. Yes, please install. I guess YouTube's like now, oh, you gotta update to see the chat. Alright. Alright, YouTube. I shall do as you say. I am your slave. Okay. It should be working now. Hopefully. See, I think I'm gonna have to do something else for real. Oh, actually, it's working now. I have returned. Hello, owl guy. Guys, I read slow, okay? I'm telling y'all, I read slow. Okay? I'm doing my best. I am back, guys. I see that. Thank you for waiting. I really appreciate it. Unicorns as their national animal for the logo. I believe Ireland. Ah, that's actually really cool. I didn't know that. Alright, guys, I will continue reading now. Finish this chapter before the battery runs out. Where were we? Even to the unicorn's undeceived eyes. This is a strange sorcery, she said softly. There's more meaning than magic to this. The magician laughed with pleasure and great relief. Well said indeed. I knew the old horror wouldn't dazzle you with her two-penny spells. His voice grew hard and secret. She's made her third mistake now, he said. And that's at least two too many for a tired old trickster like herself. The time draws near. The time draws near, Rook was telling the crowd, as though he had overheard the magician. Ragnarok. On that day, when the gods fall, the serpent of the Midgard will spit a storm of venom at great Thor himself, till he stumbles over like a poisoned fly. And so he waits for Judgment Day, and dreams about the part he'll play. It may be so, I couldn't say. Creatures of the night brought to light. The cage was filled with snake. There was no head to it, and no tail, nothing but a wave of tarnished darkness rolling from one end of the cage to the other, leaving no room for anything but its own thunderous breathing. Only the unicorn saw, coiled in a corner, a baleful boa, brooding, perhaps, over its own judgment on the midnight carnival. But it was tiny and dim as the ghost of a worm in the serpent's shadow. The wandering gawk stuck up his hand and demanded of Rook, if this big snake do be coiled around the world, as you say, how come you to be having a piece of it in your wagon? And if it can shatter the sea just by stretching of itself, what's to keep it from crawling off, wearing your whole show like a necklace? There were murmurs of agreement, and some of the murmurers began to back warily away. I'm glad you asked me that, friend, Rook said, with a scowl. It just so happens that the Midgard serpent exists in like another space from ours, another dimension. Normally, therefore, he's invisible, but dragged into our world as Thor hooked him once. He shows clear as lightning, which also visits us from somewhere else, where it might look quite different. And naturally, he might turn nasty if he knew that a bit of his tummy slack was on view daily and Sundays in Mommy Fortuna's midnight carnival. But he don't know. He's got other things to think about than what comes of his belly button. And we take our chances, as do you all, on his continued tranquility. He rolled and stretched the last word like dough, and his hearers laughed carefully. Spells of seeming, the unicorn said. She cannot make things, nor truly change them, added the magician. Her shabby skill lies in disguise, and even that knack would go beyond her if it weren't for the eagerness of those goals, those marks, to believe whatever comes easiest. She can turn cream into butter, but she can give a lion. She can't turn cream into butter, but she can give a lion the semblance of a manticore to eyes that want to see a manticore there. Eyes that would take a real manticore for a lion, a dragon for a lizard, and a Midgard serpent for an earthquake, and a unicorn for a white mare. The unicorn halted in her slow, desperate round of the cage, realizing for the first time that the magician understood her speech. He smiled, and she saw that his face was frighteningly young for a grown man, untraveled by time, unvisited by grief or wisdom. I know you, he said. The bars whispered wickedly between them. Rook was leading the crowd to the inner cages now. The unicorn asked the tall man, Who are you? I am called Schmandrick the Magician, he answered. You won't have heard of me. The unicorn came very near to explaining that it was hardly for her to have heard of one wizard or another, but something sad and valiant in his voice kept her from it. The magician said, "I entertain the sightseers as they gather for the show. Miniature magic, sleight of hand, flowers to flags and flags to fish, all accompanied by persuasive patter and a suggestion that I could work more ominous wonders than if I choose. It's not much of a job, but I've had worse, and I'll have better one day. This is not the end." But the sound of his voice made the unicorn feel as though she were trapped forever, and once more she began pacing her cage, moving to keep her heart from bursting with the terror of being closed in. Rook was standing before a cage that contained nothing but a small brown spider weaving a modest web across the bars. "Arachne of Lydia," he told the crowd. "Guaranteed the greatest weaver in the world. Her fate's the proof of it. She had the bad luck to defeat the goddess Athena in a weaving contest. Athena was a sore loser, and Arachne is now a spider. Creating only for Mommy Fortuna's midnight carnival by special arrangement. Warp of snow and woof of flame, and never any two the same, Arachne." Strung on the loom of iron bars, the web was very simple and almost colorless, except for an occasional rainbow shiver when the spider scuttled out on it to put a thread right. But it drew the onlookers' eyes, and the unicorn's eyes all as well, back and forth and steadily deeper, until they seemed to be looking down into great rifts in the world, black fissures that widened remorselessly, and yet would not fall into pieces as long as Arachne's web held the world together. The unicorn shook herself free with a sigh, and saw the real web again. It was very simple, and almost colorless. "It isn't like the others," she said. "No," Schmendrick agreed grudgingly, "but there's no credit due to Mommy Fortuna for that. You see, the spider believes she sees those cats' cradles herself and thinks them her own work. Belief makes all the difference to magic like Mommy Fortuna's. Why, if that troop of witlings withdrew their wonder, there'd be nothing left of all her witchery but the sound of a spider weeping, and no one would hear it." The unicorn did not want to look into the web again. She glanced at the cage closest to her own, and suddenly felt the breath in her body turning to cold iron. There sat on an oaken perch a creature with the body of a great bronze bird and a hag's face, clenched and deadly as the talons with which she gripped the wood. She had the shaggy round ears of a bear, but down her scaly shoulders, mingling with the bright knives, were the bright with the bright knives of her plumage. There fell hair, the color of moonlight, thick and youthful around the hating human face. She glittered, but to look at her was to feel the light going out of the sky. Catching sight of the unicorn, she made a queer sound like a hiss and a chuckle together. The unicorn said quietly, "This one's real. This is the harpy Celano." Schmendrick's face had gone the color of oatmeal. "The old woman caught her by chance," he whispered, "asleep as she took you. But it was an ill fortune, and they both know it. Mommy Fortuna's craft is just sure enough to hold the monster. But its mere presence is wearing all her spells so thin that in little time she won't have power enough left to fry an egg. She should never have done it, never meddled with a real harpy, a real unicorn. The truth melts her magic, always. But she cannot keep from trying to make it serve her. But this time, Sister of the Rainbow, believe it or not." They heard Rook braying to the awed onlookers. "Her name means the Dark One. The one whose wings blackened the sky before a storm. She and her two sweet sisters nearly starved the king Phineas to death by snatching and befouling his food before he could eat it. But the sons of North Wind made them quit that. Didn't they, my beauty? The harpy made no sound, and Rook grinned like a cage himself. She put up a fiercer fight than all the others put together, he went on. It was like trying to bind all hell with a hair, but Mommy Fortuna's powers are great enough even for that. Creatures of the night brought to light. Polly want a cracker? Few in the crowd laughed. The harpy's talons tightened on the perch until the wood cried out. You'll need to be free when she frees herself, the magician said. She mustn't catch you caged. I dare not touch the iron, the unicorn replied. My horn could open the lock, but I cannot reach it. I cannot get out. She was trembling with horror of the harpy, but her voice was quite calm. Schmendrick the magician drew himself up several inches taller than the unicorn would have thought possible. Fear nothing, he began grandly. For all my air of mystery, I have a feeling heart. But he was interrupted by the approach of Rook and his followers, grown quieter than the grubby gang who had giggled at the manticore. Guys, let me take a water break. Y'all, please stay hydrated and grab a snack. I'm sure I forgot to say that in the beginning. Actually, it has not been 3 pages, right? Has it? You're kidding. You're lying. It has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. It has been 10 pages, okay? Stop lying. I don't read that slow, okay? Okay, let me see where I was. Grown quieter than the grubby gang who had giggled at the manticore, the magician fled, calling back softly. Don't be afraid. Schmendrick's with you. Do nothing till you hear from me. His voice drifted to the unicorn, so faint and lonely that she was not sure whether she actually heard it or only felt it brush against her. It was growing dark. The crowd stood in front of her cage, peering in at her with a strange shyness. Rook said, "The unicorn." I stepped aside. She heard hearts bounce, tears brewing, and breath going backward, but nobody said a word. By the sorrow and loss and sweetness in their faces, she knew that they recognized her, and she accepted their hunger as her homage. She thought of the hunter's great-grandmother and wondered what it must be like to grow old and to cry. Most shows, said Rook after a time, would end here. For what could they possibly present after a genuine unicorn? But Mommy Fortuna's Midnight Carnival holds one more mystery yet. A demon more destructive than the dragon, more monstrous than the manticore, more hideous than the harpy, and certainly more universal than the unicorn. He waved his hand toward the last wagon, and the black hangings began to wriggle open, though there was no one pulling them. Behold her, Rook cried. Behold the last, the very end. Behold Ellie. Inside the cage, it was darker than the evening, and cold stirred behind the bars like a live thing. Something moved in the cold, and the unicorn saw Ellie, an old, bony, ragged woman who crouched in the cage, rocking and warming herself before a fire that was not there. She looked so frail that the weight of the darkness should have crushed her. and so helpless and alone that the watchers should have rushed forward in pity to free her. Instead, they began to back silently away, for all the world as though Ellie were stalking them. But she was not even looking at them. She sat in the dark and creaked a song to herself in a voice that sounded like a saw going through a tree, and like a tree getting ready to fall. What is plucked will grow again. What is slain lives on. What is stolen will remain. What is gone is gone. She doesn't look like much, does she? Rook asked. But no hero can stand before her. No god can wrestle her down. No magic can keep her out or in, for she's no prisoner of ours. Even while we exhibit her here, she's walking among you, touching and taking. For Eli, I don't know how to pronounce that, Eli or Ellie? Ellie is old age. The cold of her cage reached out to the unicorn, and wherever it touched her, she grew lame and feeble. She felt herself withering, loosening, felt her beauty leaving her with her breath. Ugliness swung from her mane, dragged down her head, stripped her tail, gaunted her body, ate up her coat, and ravaged her mind with remembrance of what she had once been. Somewhere nearby, the harpy made her low, eager sound, but the unicorn would gladly have huddled in the shadow of her bronze wings to hide from this last demon. Ellie's song sawed away at her heart. What is seaborn dies on land, soft is trod upon. What is given burns the hand, what is gone is gone. The show was over. The crowd was stealing away, no one alone but in couples and fews and severals, strangers holding strangers' hands, looking back often to see if Ellie were following. Rook called plaintively. Won't the gentleman wait to hear the story about the satyr? And sent a sour yowl of laughter chasing their slow flight. Creatures of the night, brought to light. They struggled through the stiffening air, past the unicorn's cage, and on away, with Rook's laughter yapping them home, and Ellie still singing. This is illusion, the unicorn thought to herself. This is illusion, and somehow raised a head heavy with death, to stare deep into the dark of the last cage and see, not old age, but Mummy Fortuna herself, stretching and snickering and clambering to the ground with her old eerie ease. And the unicorn knew that she had not become mortal and ugly at all, but she did not feel beautiful again. Perhaps that was illusion too, she thought wearily. I enjoyed that, Mummy Fortuna said to Rook. I always do. I guess I'm just stage-struck at heart. You better check on that damp harpy, Rook said. I could feel her working loose this time. It was like I was a rope holding her, and she was untying me. He shuddered and lowered his voice. Get rid of her, he said hoarsely, before she scatters us across the sky like bloody clouds. She thinks about it all the time. I can feel her thinking about it. Fool! Be still! The witch's own voice was fierce with fear. The witch's own voice was fierce with fear. I can turn her into wind if she escapes, or into snow, or into 7 notes of music. But I choose to keep her. No other witch in the world holds a harpy captive, and none ever will. I would keep her if I could do it only by feeding her a piece of your liver every day. Oh, that's nice, Rook said. He sidled away from her. What if she only wanted your liver? He demanded. What would you do then? Feed her yours anyway, Mommy Fortuna said. She wouldn't know the difference. Harpies aren't bright. Alone in the moonlight, the old woman glided from cage to cage, rattling locks and prattling her enchantments as a housewife squeezes melons in the market. When she came to the harpy's cage, the monster made a sound as shrill as a spear and spread the horrid glory of its wings. Okay, I will have more water, guys. Sorry, I forgot to mention that I am getting a little sick due to work. I think I mentioned it last live. Stay hydrated. For a moment, it seemed to the unicorn that the bars of the cage began to wriggle and run like rain. But Mummy Fortuna crackled her twiggy fingers, and the bars were iron again. And the harpy sank down on its perch, waiting. Not yet, the witch said. Not yet. They stared at each other with the same eyes. Mummy Fortuna said, "You're mine. If you kill me, you're mine." The harpy did not move, but a cloud put out the moon. "Not yet," Mummy Fortuna said, and she turned toward the unicorn's cage. "Well," she said in her sweet, smoky voice, "I had you frightened for a little while, didn't I?" She laughed with a sound like snakes hurrying through the mud and strolled closer. "Whatever your friend the magician may say," she went on, "I must have some small art after all. To trick a unicorn into believing herself old and foul. That takes a certain skill, I'd say. And is it a twopenny spell that holds the Dark One prisoner?" "No other tell I," the unicorn replied. "Do not boast, old woman. Your death sits in that cage and hears you." "Yes," Maria Fortuna said calmly, "but at least I know where it is." "You were out on the road hunting for your own death." She laughed again. "And I know where that one is too. But I spared you the finding of it, and you should be grateful for that." Forgetting where she was, the unicorn pressed forward against the bars. They hurt her, but she did not draw back. "The Red Bull," she said. "Where can I find the Red Bull?" Mummy Fortuna stepped very close to the cage. "The Red Bull of King Haggard," she muttered. "So you know of the bull." She showed two of her teeth. "Well, he'll not have you," she said. "You belong to me." The unicorn shook her head. "You know better," she answered gently. "Free the harpy while there is time, and set me free as well. Keep your poor shadows, if you will, but let us go." The witch's stagnant eyes blazed up so savagely bright that a ragged company of Luna moths, off to a night's revel, fluttered straight into them and sizzled into snowy ashes. "I'd quit show business first," she snarled. "Trudging through eternity, hauling my homemade horrors. Do you think that is my dream when I was young and evil? Do you think I chose this meager magic sprung of stupidity because I never knew the true witchery? I play tricks with dogs and monkeys because I cannot touch the grass. But I know the difference. And now you ask me to give up the sight of you, the presence of your power. I told Rook I'd feed his liver to the harpy if I had to, and so I would. And to keep you, I'd take your frightened Schmendrick, and I'd—" She ragged herself to gibberish, and at last to silence. "Speaking of livers," the unicorn said, "real magic can never be made by offering up someone else's liver. You must tear out your own and not expect to get it back. The true witches know that." A few grains of sand rustled down Mommy Fortuna's cheek as she stared at the unicorn. All witches weep like that. She turned and walked swiftly toward her wagon, but suddenly she turned again and grinned a grubbly grin. "But I tricked you twice anyway," she said. "Did you really think that those globbers knew you for yourself without any help from me?" "No, I had to give you an aspect they could understand, and a horn they could see. These days, it takes a cheap carnival witch to make folk recognize a real unicorn. You do much better to stay with me and be false. For in this whole world, only the Red Bull will know you when he sees you. She disappeared into her wagon, and the harpy let the moon come out again. Alright, guys. That's it. I have done it. Okay. Alright. So, what did y'all think? Let me read the chat while I'm here, guys. Let me see. Hello, owl guy. Enjoy your reading. I'm just listening. Bunny, you still active on reality? I'm active, but like not super active on reality. Like I don't live stream on reality. I only live stream on YouTube. I use reality as my avatar. Wait a minute. Thor, Ragnarok, Venom. Has this become the MCU story now? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I just kidding. No, it has not. I don't know. 2 pages and you're kidding. That was literally more than that. Wait, unicorns don't have wings, right? It is Pegasus who has it. Yeah, Pegasus have wings. Unicorns do not. Unless it's a unicorn Pegasus, then they do have wings. Yep. Oh, sorry, my bad. 10 pages. Sorry, I just hear the sound of pages being folded 3 times. Maybe I was too far away from the mic to have y'all hear the pages, turning. You probably like, it was probably me talking really, trying to protect for y'all. Yeah. Beautiful singing. Thank you. I think it's Ellie, yeah. But I don't know if it's Eli or something like that. I love my going to a commercial in YouTube. There was a commercial? My life had a commercial? You're kidding. You're kidding. I can't believe that. Random ads. Another sweet singing. 14 pages done? I think honestly, let me check because it starts with page 20 something. 21. So I'm guessing by the end of it. I think it was 7 pages. Maybe. Oh no, not 7 pages. Nope. 1, 2, 3. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 17. 17 pages done. There's a Red Bull in the story. Wow. Yeah, this is chapter 2. The chapters in this book are really big, not gonna lie. So that's why I've made it to where it's like a chapter a stream, but if I have a day off, I'll make that 2 chapters per stream, right? And then we can take a break between chapters and chat about what we read together. I do need warm water, but over here it's always cold, so we are planning to buy a heater soon, hopefully. But we also need cold weather clothing because the weather is starting to get pretty chilly. And it was so funny because we went out because I walked my boyfriend out to his car on his first day of work, and we both started shaking. It was bad. It was bad at first. I like you tense up, right, and then you start shaking. It's really funny. Um, yeah, adding YouTube is random now, even for someone who's still not monetized yet. That's crazy. Like, I cannot believe that. You know what I mean? I agree. I see 17 pages. Nice reading, Bunny. Slow and calm reading. Is it okay using phone data for streaming this long? Yeah, it is. I actually don't know how much battery I have left. Um, Hold on, let me check. Okay. So guys, anyways, my favorite part in this one was when the unicorn was, letting the witch know that, if she like, she was letting her know she was a fraud basically. She was like, "Girl, you need to give your own liver. Like, you can't be out here giving other people's livers for your magic, okay? Take accountability." I'm going to be sad when YouTube Premium gets ads. You think YouTube Premium will get ads? If it does, oh, that wouldn't even be worth it. Cause isn't already YouTube Premium almost the price that you need to pay to have no ads on Netflix? Isn't that the case? Hi, Bummy Furball. How are you doing? Are you doing good? You still remember, by the way? I still remember what thing? What do you mean, Owl Guy? Remember you? Um, mm, maybe you changed your name. You might be I forgot your old name, but don't you have a country voice? If you have a country voice, I do remember you as like the country voice person. But if you do not, then I might not remember you, or you might be one of my originals that just changed their name. Because I used to have this friend, I would say, or not. I don't know how to describe. I don't know. But I used to have like a bunch of friends in reality, and I remember like Ace, and I remember Jay, and I remember the country voice guy. I remember a lot of people, but not by name if they changed it. Unicorn and this story is kind of bizarre, isn't it? Yeah, because the unicorn is actually very lonely. Because unicorns they were meant to be lonely creatures, right? In this book, they rarely mate, they rarely see each other, right? But the few that did come in, you see in the first chapter, the few that did come in, spoke different languages, and she didn't quite understand them. Terada. Oh, oh, yeah. I would have to check on Discord, but I definitely need to charge soon. Um, Now it's free talk session because I am at 33.4%, right? So I don't know when the battery will cut off, and it is very low, as you can see, 33% now. But it's okay. I mean, I guess we can chat until like I decide it's like, oh yeah, okay, that's a lot of battery gone. What about you? I'm doing good. I've been good. I've just, my throat has been a little raspy recently. It's been because like 5 or 6 days ago, a man came to buy a Frenchie, right? You know, Frenchies are expensive, right? You know from the start, from the get go, they're expensive, right? So he came in and he was sick, right? And he started coughing all over the place. Like he wasn't covering his mouth or anything, just like free for all, right? You take my germs, they take my germs, Bunny takes my germs, it was awful. Like and I was trying so hard not to look mean by like being like this, like ugh. But I had to be close, and like if I backed away like that, I would look mean. So I was like, no, I mean, that's mean. I can't do that. Yeah. So I got kind of sick. Imagine you're the only kind of your species like the unicorn. How sad it is to live your life. Right? But the thing is, they are immortal. So it would be sad anyways. You know what I mean? I hope everybody doesn't get sick, honestly, because getting sick sucks. Just in general, the phlegm and everything, the experience. Do not recommend, guys. Do not get sick. Eat well, sleep well, drink well. Okay. Do all the things well. Keep your vitamins. Have you voted for Game of the Year, Bunny? Maybe there is a game that you love to vote there. How do I vote? Because I would love to vote. Have you guys do y'all have a Switch? Have y'all played Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom? That has been my favorite game this year. Even though I have not finished it because I want the journey to continue forever, but I'm reaching the end, like the end game. I'm like literally at the last one. And I'm like, oh, but I don't want it to end. Like it was so fun, like coming up with little puzzles, how to like line everything up to finish a puzzle. Extremely rewarding. I love that game. Oh my god. Sad life. Yes, a sad life. Take care, bunny. Health is number one for working class men and women. Being immortal, sad life. Nope, I'm poor. Yeah, I'm poor too. But I do have a job. But I'm poor. Just search Vote Game of the Year 2024 on Google and you'll find a page to vote. I hope to get one the future. Actually, what game would y'all vote for? I want to know that. What game would y'all vote for? Because I also play AFK Journey and I love that game. Like, I don't know why, but I think usually mobile games, I get tired of them and I quit them. But I do play AFK Journey and I love that game because it's like a game that you don't really have to think to play. You know what I mean? And it's because I don't really have the time nowadays, honestly. Like even scrambling to find time to stream with y'all and chat with y'all is hard. Nice. Yeah, those games are the ones that I've been playing most recently. I used to play Wild Rift, League of Legends, right? But it just made me so mad. I uninstalled it. I was like, yeah, I don't like who I become when I play this game. And also something Kings, but it's very similar to League. And I was just like, yeah, no. I cannot play League type games. Like they make me a horrible person. Wukong, Mobile Legends. Oh, you play Mobile Legends? I haven't played Mobile Legends, but I have heard about it. Um, honestly, I mobile games are just not my thing anymore. I used to play Life Makeover. You know why I stopped playing that? It's because like if you install it, it takes up like freaking what's it called? Almost 30 gigabytes in your phone storage. Like imagine being an old person and being like, "Oh, I want to like play a dress up game." And you install that thing and then boom, no space in your phone at all because usually they buy like the ones with 30 gigabytes of space, but of storage, right? But nowadays, most phones come with like 128 gigabytes. I need more. I need like 500. Hello. Thank you. Thank you, babe. There are 29 categories and there are many nominees to be voted. Hello, Ravensphere. League of Legends is an esports game category. Oh, actually, nice. Yeah, Honor of Kings is what I'm talking about. I uninstalled that as well. I was like, no, I cannot. My boyfriend knows. I get no. Yes, Mobile Legends Bang Bang is very popular in Southeast Asia and Eastern Europe for now. ML is the most toxic in MOBA games. What is ML? Oh, Mobile Legends. Okay, I get you. My bad. I'm about to be off break. I love you. All right, babe. I love you too. And please have a good day and stay hydrated and be warm and careful. He's also getting sick with me. Sorry. I love you too. Yeah, for C region, Mobile Legends is the toxic one, but in South Korea and North America, LOL is the toxic one. It is very toxic. It is very, very toxic, actually. I'm gonna make waffles today for me and Ravensphere when he gets back from work. But yeah. I also have work today, which is why I started really early. I'm drinking. It's just like my throat has really not been okay recently. Like I said, and I felt like, oh, I want to stream so bad, and so now I found time to, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stream anyways, but I'm gonna try to take care of myself as well. So that's why I took breaks in between reading because I know that my throat was actually getting a little irritated. So that's why I would take breaks and like drink a bit or like just pause for a bit. You know, yeah, I work all days, starting Friday to Sunday, probably like even more after that. I only have 2 days off actually. I used to have two jobs actually, which is why I wasn't able to stream at all. And then when I quit my other job, I had time to stream for y'all. You know what I mean? Even though I really like that other job, and like stuff that happened, caused me to just have to like leave that job. So it is what it is. You know, they also didn't pay very well. Did you all know that? Did y'all know that theaters are exempt from the tipping rule? You know how tips usually supplement your check if you don't make the hourly amount for servers in like restaurants? Well, if you work in a movie theater serving position, you are exempt from that. So that means like if you make $2.14 an hour, that's literally what you're gonna make that day if you have nobody tip you. Just your hourly pay. And that's woo, not okay. Just saying. Whatever. It still has me a little mad, but it's whatever. I believe it is normal to have 2 to 4 jobs in US in this economy. Life is tough. Yeah, I can't. I can't do that. I'm like, yeah, I cannot have more than a job. I feel like while I was working those 2 jobs, I was getting very irritated, and it's still like I'm still having that pent up anger from working those jobs, right? But I'm definitely better now that I have this job that I have, which is working with puppies. And I work with like the puppies and I get them to homes and stuff, and it makes me really happy. It is, yeah, tips are very helpful. 9 to 5 jobs is difficult for streamers. Yeah, they are. Because you can barely find time to like stream because of how much time you spend at work, right? And then also I do want a dog, but I cannot have a dog because of the same reason. Like I spend so much time at work. We also like it's not enough pay in my opinion. Uh Also we're not allowed to because code or whatever. So I just have to wait till we get our own place, you know. We are planning on getting land, you know, someday somehow. Keep your spirit up, Bunny. You're amazing and you are the tough woman. I, I don't want to be tough. I want to be cute. I want to be soft and demure. But I know I'm not. I know. I know that I'm a little hyper ball of energy that gets tired super easily, needs a lot of naps. I haven't been able to take many naps actually. I'm a nap aficionado. That's sad. I miss it. Y'all remember when I was jobless, unhappy, and sleepy? You know, so is it less than 30% for your phone battery? Yes, it is actually. It's 28% now. Yes. But don't worry, I mean like I can go on to like 20%. I'm glad that I get to chat with y'all because this doesn't it you know, like I said, it's hard to find time So I've spent so much time away from this that I'm like, oh my god, like I really need to like, at least make something for y'all because I know that y'all stuck around for my lives. But since I couldn't make live streams for games like I used to, now I'm like, okay, let's just do reading and just chatting, and then, you know, work from there. You want to be adorable, owl guy? Yeah, I get it. We can all be adorable together. We can be cool together. We can be all of the things together. Oh, wait, let me see. It is hard to have pet while you were working 2 to 3 jobs. My family have 4 cats at home and it is hard to feed them. Oh yeah, yeah. Like you have to really think. Or maybe like what you could do is actually like feed them like one big cup, like a half a cup in the morning and then a half a cup at night because you're actually supposed to feed them like a cup 3 times a day. So I was thinking like if you're having trouble like maybe before work in the morning, you give them a half a cup and a cup, so like a cup and a half. And then like throughout the day if they ask you for anything, you can just like hand them a treat or whoever is there can hand them like a small treat. And then like at night, you give them the full cup and a half again so that it makes up for that time that you couldn't feed them. You know what I mean? That's how I would plan around it. If I had a pet to take care of with the job. Yeah, you are a cute, adorable, soft, and sweet woman, but you are tough too when life forces you to be tough. Yeah, yeah. We gotta be tough sometimes. Cat army, hell yeah. Let's be cat people together. Let's be doggy people together. Actually, let's be cat and dog people together. Woo! Let's go. Woo! Actually, let's do like all animals. Why not all animals? Come on. We gotta love all animals. Last time when I was like trying to send a puppy home, I really connected with this lady who was also from Mexican descent. She was actually from Ukraine and she got adopted and by a Mexican lady and she lived in Mexico all her life, right? And then traveled around a lot. And we just started talking and I was like, yeah, like I definitely want to work with like endangered species and helping prevent endangerment and extinctions of our species because I feel like every species on Earth has, a place in the ecosystem or whatever. And this is not political, in my opinion, because I don't look into that. I just look at nature and I want to keep it around so that we can live longer and in more balance. I have an orange cat. It is more difficult to handle the orange one. You think orange cats are hard to handle? I had the sweetest orange cat when I was a kid. His name was Garfield, and like he got lost, and I haven't gotten over that either. Cause I remember how it happened. I was like, I will never forgive you. I told you where he was. I told you to stop and to let me get him, and you didn't let me. This is me talking to my mom right now. I'm like, girl, I told you with where my cat was, and you didn't let me get him. So now he's gone, and I'm upset. Okay, but it's fine. It was like years ago. I just never got over it. Yeah, orange cats are super funny. They're actually really cute. My orange cat used to cuddle with my dog. All of my cats cuddled with my dog. Actually, my dog, like the dog that died that I never got over to. Cats are more easy to take care compare of dogs. Dogs are high maintenance. Honestly, yes, but cats are more like sassy. Cats will be like, "Feed me, peasant," or like they will be like, they'll be like, "If you don't let me nap right now," you know what I mean? Oh my god. Oh my god. Do not clip that. Do not. Anyways, my little sisters used to have 2 bunnies years ago, but they all died because of being attacked by stray cats. Oh yeah, cause cats like to eat other small animals too. because bunnies are animals of prey. So yeah, like cats hunt, they don't mix well. And that's just the way of life, like me, I had bunnies when I was a kid, but my dad made me eat them. So I was like, damn, I cried. I cried, but I ate it because he told me after I ate it. So I was like, I will never be eating bunny again. You only have cats as pets? That's sad. Me no like bunny. It makes me sad. Bunnies. I love bunnies. I love bunnies. We had bunnies too. They're just super sensitive creatures. They're super susceptible to stress. And like if they like get scared enough, they can literally pass from a heart attack. Like bunnies are super cute, sweet, sensitive creatures. But they're super soft too. Like you mean they can be aggressive. They'll rip your arm open with their teeth. I'm like they're scary too, but yeah, Garfield got lost sadly, and there was no such thing as shipping back then. I think you couldn't ship animals back then. It was a thing that got brought that got created like a few years back, wasn't it? Wasn't it like maybe back in like 2011s or something? No, my orange cat is very aggressive. We actually adopted her when she was a stray cat, so she's very territorial. Oh, so she's kind of feral. Well, that's okay. I mean, you rescued her, You basically, brought her to a good home. Cat gods. Clip that. Clip what? Don't do it. My cat even once attacked a sparrow and she ate it. Yeah. Yeah. Cats will eat birds. Cats they love to hunt. They will. Okay, so here's how it is. If you see a cat close to the ground, right, pouncing, jumping, stuff like that, it's probably a hunting cat. Like that in its life, that cat is gonna want to hunt. But if you see like a cat lounging or like climbing high or something like that, getting into trouble, they're gonna be like explorers. They're still gonna hunt because all cats innately hunt, but they're gonna be more into like, oh, I want to explore, and then like if I see a little bird, I'll eat a snack or something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah. Mm, remember bunnies love. Yeah, they do. Bunnies do love having babies. They can do it. Yeah, that's is why the play. Oh yeah, yeah. You knew that. Oh yeah, never trust any with random meat. Just for a tip, when you're on vacation to the Philippines. Oh my goodness, what do you mean by that? Look, I'm not. I know that there's people there that truly do love animals, right? So I'm not gonna say anything like that. Okay, owl guy, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, but also I don't know if I remember the greeting that you taught me, but I'm gonna try. Okay, salamat pagi, right? Or is it what's the night one? Isn't that morning? Isn't it salamat? Isn't it? Am I doing it right? Am I? Um, yeah, I saw ISO speed got pranked to eat. Oh my god, that is horrific. I never worked as a motel receptionist once. It was fun. I worked as a motel receptionist once. It was fun experience to greet different guests every day. Yeah, actually, I really want to try to be a receptionist at some point. Just because like it seems like a simpler job, and also like, you just take appointments and you like schedule stuff. And I feel like that would just be really useful. Okay, salamat pagi is good morning. Salamat sayang. Salamat sayang, good afternoon. And salamat malam, good evening in Bahasa Indonesia. Okay, so I guess I got it right. Nice. For Philippines, I don't remember. I had a greeting for that too, but then like I started getting more Indonesian watchers, and I've forgotten the Philippine one. So if y'all have any, oh wait, what does that mean? I don't want to say something that I don't know what it means. If you want to say good morning, okay, say ang mag magadang umamag o umaga po siang. Oh, okay, salamat siang. Okay, I got that right now. And then this one is ang magandang umaga po. Nice. Wait, that actually sounds like way more than that. What am I saying? I'll have to look it up. If I said something bad, bruh, I'm not gonna do this again. I don't know what that means. But guys, whatever I said, if it was bad, I did not mean it. Okay? I don't know. That looks so long to be good morning. You're kidding, right? Yes, your pronunciation siang is very good. Thank you. Umaga po means morning. Really? That's really long, actually. I was like, interesting. Interesting. Well, different languages have longer words for other languages because in Spanish, good morning mean you say it like this. Buenas mañanas. I'm not evil, don't worry. Okay, yeah, look, I'll trust you for now. Whew, that really scared me. Like, you showed me something so long, and in my morning, I was like, Jesus, what did I just say? Actually, some Philippines words got Spanish words too, I guess. Yeah, they do. They have stuff like tomato and I think tomate is tomato. I don't know. I don't know, but I know that tomate is in Spanish. Cebolla. I think cebolla. I know some of them. Okay, some of them. Okay, because a long time ago, Spanish invaded. Yeah, that is true. I learned that. I got a little bit of history on Philippines a while back. Actually, some Philippines worse, but that it just happens. Like it's in the past. I don't really like to bring stuff like that up. Because I'm like I don't know how to handle that on stream. What if like people start saying like some mean stuff about another place, and I'm like I have friends from all over the world. I have like Ukrainian friends. I have what's it called? Spanish friends. I have Mexican friends. I have England friends. I have Canadian friends, Costa Rican friends. I have friends in all places of the world, so I don't really, I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to get in trouble. Okay. Madang Hapongo. Haponpo. No, okay. Sibuyas. Yeah, sibuyas, cebollas. Yeah, see, I remembered. Yep. Meanwhile, Indonesia was invaded by many countries like Netherlands, Japan, England, France, even Portugal. That's wild. There's a lot of like history out there, Honestly, the history of the world is very interesting to me as well. I like all of that. I like history, I like art, I like music, I like what else do I like? I like hearing about other people's religions and beliefs and stuff like that. I don't know why. It's very interesting to me. I like to learn about why people believe what they believe. You know what I mean? And it's not me questioning their beliefs, it's just me like being like, "Oh, you believe that? That's cool. I believe this." Or, "Oh, you believe that? Why is that?" Like, "How long have you believed in it?" Or like stuff like that. I like to like ask people those questions even though it could start issues. I don't mean to be combative. Like some people say that I'm very combative in the way that I speak. I don't try to be that way. It just comes off that way. And I don't know how to improve it. just because like this is how I've grown talking, right? So, what is the name of the teddy bear in front of you, Bunny? That is Teddy. Okay, so I actually have a teddy bear back at my parents' house called Teddy, and I got him when I was like in kinder. I was like in fifth grade, and there was this teacher, and I was bullied like all throughout like the pre-K through kinder. I was bullied, and she pulled me out and she asked me like, "Hey, what do you want for Christmas?" And I told her, "Oh, I want a dancing and talking teddy bear." And then like for Christmas at the end of the school year, or like at the end of like, I don't think it was the end of the school year. I think it was like right before Christmas break, she pulled me out and she gave me the giant teddy bear. It was like my size when I was a kid. And I was so happy. And like she was like, she said, "Oh, it doesn't dance or sing, but it's a teddy bear." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much." And like I've always been a very emotional person. Like I act on my emotions. So when she gave it to me, like I started jumping up and down, and like I went to like give her like a kiss on her cheek, but I stopped myself because I was like shy. And then she told me, "It's okay, you can give me a kiss on the cheek." And then like I gave her a kiss on the cheek, and like, I cried. The teddy bear looks cute with true head is bigger than its body. Right? Well, its head is honestly bigger than my own, so if you look. Oh, you guys should search balot. What is balot? Oh, it's a food? Okay, I'll look into it. Um, that is Teddy. What a genuine name. Yeah. Hello, Teddy. Please take care of our bunny for us. Bunny, do you what mahal means? No, I do not know what mahal means. I think I do, but I think I don't. Does it have something to do with a heart or like love of some kind? My little sister used to have a big teddy bear when we were a kid, but because my youngest sister is allergic to dust, we have to store the teddy bear in the storage room. That's sad. Just Dustin. Just like, I don't know, wash him like once a week or something. I mean, but I'm not gonna lie, plushies do gather a lot of dust. Not gonna lie. Ah, 21%. Okay, I'm now at 21%, guys. It is very fun talking with y'all. I believe Mahal Kita is. Yes! I knew it! I knew Mahal meant something to do with love. That's like. Oh, yeah! Mahal means a lot. Yeah, that is what that means. Mahal Kita is I love you a lot, I think, is what that means. I think it means that. Is it a vera plant beside the teddy bear? I think so. I think it is. I think it's an aloe vera. Oh, you know that you can like make literal burn creams out of it, or like stuff like, cuz the aloe vera plant, the stuff inside it is very cooling. It could mean love or expensive. Ah, ah. I'm like, games mahal. Games mahal. Expensive games. I used to took care of mini cactus inside my room for a plant. For a plant pet. What happened to your plant pet? Because I had a few of them in my room, and you know what happened to them? Like I watered them, like they said, to just like spray them with water, and they like roasted under the sun. because I put them in the window where it asked me to. But you know what I actually hear you're supposed to do? You're literally supposed to just dunk them in water and put them in indirect sunlight. Or if you put them like in direct sunlight after you wash them, you will literally burn holes through it with the sun in your window. That's what happened to mine. But I had some strawberries. Like I was able to like have strawberries for a whole year. And then they died because my cat kept sitting on top of them. I was like, girl, stop. Why? Get off my strawberry. And she would not listen. So, yeah, my strawberries died. It died. I forgot to water them. Yeah, because the cactuses, you don't. Okay, so you're supposed to dunk them in water, but you're also supposed to have sufficient drainage. I am bad and take care of plants. Wow, strawberries. Ang mahal ang smartphones. Yes, ang mahal ang games now. Because now they're like going up for like 70 to 80. And I'm like, y'all are crazy. I might change hobbies, okay? I have art right there in the back corner waiting for me, okay? It's calling my name. Your cat is very random too. Yeah, my cat's very random. Gina? You're talking about Gina? Because Gina, yeah. Gina's random. She'll be walking by and she'll just trip you up. What game have I recently played? I've played what's it called? Lorcana. It's a card game. I hate card games. I play them with my boyfriend though, just to make him happy. Um or like also I have been playing Sky again very rarely. Oh, also Fae Farm. I love Fae Farm, but it's like with the internet issues, our gaming experience is not the best because I made a short video of that. I'm gonna post it eventually, but it has so many glitches. It has so much like clips and stuff. Like your character will appear in a place or like disappear, or like the monsters will attack a place where you were standing before. Everything I touch is dies. No, oh god. That's why riding motorcycle. You ride motorcycle? My boyfriend wants to get one, but I'm like, yeah, no, don't do that. They're kind of dangerous, honestly. Yesterday, this motorcycle guy changed into my lane, and I screamed because I thought I would hurt him because he was so close when he did that. I was like, "Hold on, sir. I was gonna stop for you." Like I respect motorcyclists, but I just get so scared for them because there's nothing there protecting you between a car and your body. Like literally like most deaths I feel like the mortality rate of a motorcyclist is higher than any other transportation, I feel. And I'm like, that scares me. It really terrifies me. Still internet issue? Why internet at your new place is worse than your last place? See, I don't know because literally they were bragging about having video gaming or gaming internet, and I'm like, sis, this internet, this internet. Motorcycle is dangerous. It is. Oh yeah, guys, like motorcycle or cars. Um, I like, I prefer cars, but we might need a truck when we move to our land. If we are able to get some land in the future. Because it would be easier to transport stuff with that. But yeah, I do prefer cars, even though those are also very. I feel like, especially like I like little van-looking cars, the little ones. But because it looks like you can fit a lot, but it's still small enough to where you can park easily. If you ride motorcycle, you're stepping in your coffin. Yeah. But I mean, if you drive safe, guys, if y'all are keeping your distance from the cars and like the trucks and everything, like you're gonna be safe. But I also hear that a little pebble could trip you up. You know, like so yeah, please be careful if you're out there riding motorcycles, guys. It's better to ride a scooter. At least your legs are safer than riding a big bike when it hits by other vehicles. But it's fun to ride, right? I like the speed, right? I don't like to speed though. I don't like to speed, but I've been in cars with people who speed. It's scary, but I mean, like it's like adrenaline, adrenaline rush. You know, and also that's also why I feel like I watch spooky things like every now and then because I'm like, oh, I need my daily dose of adrenaline rush, you know? But I don't go skydiving, you know? I just, spook myself. I hear skydiving is expensive too. I don't know. Oh, yeah. How is your nephew? I still remember your gift for your nephew as a birthday present. Did you give all the presents to your nephew in the end? The nephew's still 5 to 6 years old, right? Actually, with that, what happened was that me and my sister we had a fallout and it was bad, and she's now blocked. So I blocked her, and so she got nothing. And with those things, I just gave them away to like my friend, her niece, I think. I could be wrong. I don't remember if I actually got to do anything with that. But I do know people that I can give them away to that will appreciate them. So yeah. Yeah, we had a big fallout. Yeah. No, yeah, she's blocked. I'm like, cut off. Bye, girl. But yeah, it was really bad. It was super bad. So I can't really talk about it on here. Skydiving is a deadly sport. It is a deadly sport. I have heard of a lot of accidents with that. It's okay if you don't want to talk about it. Yeah, because like it wasn't even that deep and she made it a whole deal and then I made it a whole deal because she made it a whole deal and then we were both like, it just went super bad. And I just never really liked her anyways. I was just being nice because she had a daughter, right? And I wanted to be a good aunt. But yeah, we've never gotten along, so it was bound to happen. So yeah, that's how life has been. But I need to actually go now. I am at 17%. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And also, please stay hydrated, stay safe, drive safe, and have a great day or night. And bye. Bye bye.